Flosstube, welcome to Creative Home Studio. I hope you had a wonderful week. It was a really busy week, lots of things going on. Of course, as you know, tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, today's Saturday, by the way, June, I don't know, it's June, but tomorrow, or Monday, I will be shipping all the new releases out, so look for that in your LNS. I know a lot of you pre-ordered, which is awesome because I know that helps the shops out a lot, so thank you for doing that. And we got a ton of orders, and it's been a zoo getting everything ready. And you guys, with your support for the LNS, it's just awesome. I just can't say enough. So I really appreciate your support for my work as well as the support for the LNSs. You know, I mentioned last week that a friend of ours came over to check out our internet and all that. Well, I ordered this thing for like $300 and it's not going to work with ours, so I got to send that back. But then Kevin found something online that I ordered, and hopefully it'll be here soon. It'll probably be here in a few days. Anyways, it's Wi-Fi Mate. And I mean, the claims that they're claiming, if it actually works, will be the answer to my prayers. So I'm really hoping that this works. I mean, for the most part, my internet's fine. The only time my internet is not fine is when I want to live stream. Now, this is the strange part. When Kristen starts the broadcast and I join in, my picture's clear, I sound great. But if I start the broadcast, it's horrible. It's just, the quality's bad. So I don't know why that is. I guess maybe if you start the broadcast, you use too much, you know, bandwidth or whatever it is. Oh my gosh. Had the grandkids on Thursday. I'm telling you, it is the best medicine on the planet. I have read somewhere, I can't remember, that, you know, it's good, obviously it's good for the children too, to be close to their grandparents, but it's good medicine for Kevin and I as well. And even Ryan. I mean, the boys love being around the kids. They're just so much fun. And Ellery's saying a lot of words now. She calls me Gigi instead of Grandma. She can say Uncle Ryan plain as day. She calls Kevin Papa. And she calls Athena Teeny Woo, because she hears me say Teeny Woo. She calls Easton either Easton or Bubby. Anyways, just loads of fun. I'm going to insert a little video because the little stinker learned how to say Alexa. So the first time she just was saying, and the video is so cute. Watch her lips when she's saying Alexa. She's like, Alexa. It's so cute. Well, then by the end of the day, she was saying, Alexa, play sharks. Like baby sharks. If she says baby sharks, it's over, because I'll be hearing baby sharks all through the day. But she doesn't quite say it. But Alexa responds to her, you know. It's so funny. I might have to just unplug Alexa when they come over.
Alexa!
We're in deep trouble now.
Alexa!
We got a new driveway put in. Delete. We didn't get a new driveway put in. We got crushed asphalt spread all up at the house, all the way down the driveway to the studio, and outside where I park in front of the studio and behind the studio as well. And we normally get crushed limestone. Well, we've done that since we moved in here. because the road down to the studio was not here. We had someone, you know, dig all that out and make a road. And anyways, we've always had crushed limestone. See, my nose itches every time. I don't get it. And it can be dusty, but you know, it creates such a great surface. And it lasts, you know, over time. We would have someone come out like every couple years and just kind of spread it out and then add new. Well, anyways, that person that we used to have do it, he was killed in a car wreck years and years ago. So we haven't had it done since then. I mean, it's been probably 12 years. And it was like a 2-track coming down to the studio, and it was really raised in the center, and it would hit the bottom of the car sometimes. So anyways, Kevin found this guy, and he recommended we do the asphalt, which I love so much better because I love the color better. He said it's more durable. Once you pack it down, Ryan's gonna work on packing that down today. And then once it rains and you drive over it, it turns into almost like blacktop. So super excited about that, but dang, no, expensive. And what else happened this week? I think that's about it, you know, as far as that goes. Other than that, it was just, you know, working. Oh, Ryan made dinner twice. No, was it twice this week? No, he made it once. But he makes dinner like once a week. He usually does tacos, but this last time he made spaghetti. I am grateful, truly grateful. I went yesterday, I was wrapping things up to go make dinner. It was like, I don't know, 6 o'clock. And I'm wrapping things up and I get a phone call from Ryan and he's like, hey, dinner's ready. I'm like, what? I didn't even know he's making dinner. So that was a nice surprise. Okay, I have a shout out to Emily C. Everyone's talking about it, so you can fast forward this part if you want. But in case you haven't heard, Eclectic Possessions, Emily C. She works for Advocates for Children, and every year they have a fundraiser. It's called the Duck Derby. Well, they can't have the get-together big thing that they usually do, so it's all virtual and online, but you can go and sponsor, or no, adopt some ducks, which I definitely did. The minute I heard about it, I was like, oh, I'm all over this. This is super cool, because the cause is amazing, and we want to support our fellow Flosstubers. She's doing beautiful, amazing work that I personally probably couldn't do. I think I'm too emotional. I think it'd be too hard, so thank God for people like Emily that can do that sort of work. So if she if she gets 1,000 adoptions, which means if 1,000 ducks get adopted, her and her team, then she will get a rubber ducky tattoo, which she's cool with that because I think she has tattoos now. I don't know. But then Farm Girl, she jumped on the bandwagon and she goes, well, if you get 5,000 adopted ducks, I'll get a tattoo of a rubber ducky. And she doesn't want to get a tattoo. She's never had one and she doesn't want to. So I think she's using hashtag 4,099, 4,999. I can do math. I can do numbers. I really can. Anyways, let's make this happen. Could you just imagine? Could you just imagine Farm Girl getting a tattoo? And hopefully if that happens, they will videotape it, because she'll probably be like me and scream. I don't like pain. I don't like needles. No tattoos on this body whatsoever. Not happening. Oh, I just want to mention something. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I just want to mention something. I so appreciate the happy mail that you all send me. I get thank you cards. You know, I get little things here and there in the mail, and I'm truly grateful. I am truly grateful. I love it. I mean, there's nothing like getting a card in the mail, because, you know, that just, let me turn this off. That just doesn't happen much anymore. So it's wonderful. But I don't show everything on my Flosstube. I don't announce it if someone sends me something or something. It's just not part of my Flosstube. So if you sent me something and you're wondering why I didn't show it, I just don't do that on my Flosstube. That's just my choice. I think it's just a personal thing between the person that sent it to me and, you know, between you and I. So I just wanted to mention that. Announcements. The Moth Needle Minder's here. And I don't have it to show you. No, I'm gonna go grab it. I'm sorry, I thought I was prepared. Before I show it to you, I want to kind of talk a little bit about the needle minders that I have. I have 2 of them now, Snarky Cat and Newcastle Moth. Well, I never owned a needle minder. I didn't know how they were made. All I knew is that you need a magnet on them, okay? So when I got Snarky Cat in, it has 2 magnets. So I took the time to glue the magnet on the back, and then the other magnet goes on the back of the fabric. It's really strong. It's a really, really strong magnet. Okay, so to have 2 of them, it's probably overkill. So when I got the moth needle minder in, instead of gluing that on, I'm not gluing it on because I tested it. It's an unnecessary step. So I tested it on linen with just the moth needle minder and just one of the magnets. And then I took a needle and I put it on the moth and I shook it. See how much I'm shaking it? And it's not coming off. It's not coming off. So instead of spending the time gluing the magnet on the back, I just decided that I don't need to do that. It's unnecessary. I'm also teasing you. I'm also teasing you with a new cross stitch that's going to be coming out in the fall. I'm not showing the whole thing because I like to tease you. And I want to save things, you know, when I do have the new release, that's when I want to show you stuff. So anyways, look how cute it is. It's, oh my goodness, hold on. I just pretty much showed you the whole thing, didn't I? But I think that this moth needle minder is so adorable. It is the moth from Newcastle Bouquet. And as you can see, the needle is sticking to it perfectly. And also you can see the back. That is the magnet. So when you get the moth needle minder, it'll come with 2 magnets. You don't need 2 magnets. You only really need the one. But if you want it to be actually stronger, you can put one of the magnets on this side. Not on the front, but like you could put, oh my lord. You could put a magnet on the back here. You could put a magnet on the back here and then stick it if you want it to be stronger, but it's really not necessary. So there you go. Because some people ordered Snarky Cat needle minder and the moth needle minder. That's why I wanted to explain why you're going to get one that's got it glued on there and then why the other one is not glued on. But I'm just saying you don't need it. It's overkill. Okay? So there you go with that. It's so dang cute. I absolutely love it though. And I really would like to have a needle. I mean, there's so many designs that I could pull something out of to make a needle minder. Seriously, I could go broke making needle minders. I mean, because I order like 100 at a time and they're not cheap. So I'm just slowly adding them in. But when I have new designs, you know, that's when I really want to offer needle minders. Now, here's the other thing. Right now, they're only available in my Etsy shop. Because like I said, where I get them made, you know, I'm not offering wholesale. Let's just put it that way. Not at this time. Kevin and I are still planning on going live together. We would like to do it once a month, but you know, once he went back to work, it's just crazy busy. And, you know, trying to keep up with the yard work and all the things that have to go on there. It's just much harder now that he's back at work. However, let me tell you this. Let me just tell you. He's retiring this fall. So I am so grateful and excited for him to retire. It'll be awesome because it will lighten the load for me and we'll have more freedom to go places if we want or whatever. So I'm excited about that. So we're going to go live maybe one day next week. If we go live next week, it won't be till Friday because Tuesday I have CW live at night. What You Paint Wednesday on Wednesday. Thursday we have the Grandkids. So those 3 days are out. Monday is going to be insane. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I will be doing nothing but shipping orders for the shops. So it'll be Friday or this following Saturday. But we're doing a Q&A. I went online. I've just found a bunch of fun questions, and just like, so you can kind of get to know us better. But some of them are kind of fun and thought-provoking, so it should be a good time. But I will announce when we're going to do that. And then also, I forgot to mention last week that I sent all the checks out to all the shops that I have paired with a PDF download in my Etsy shop. And I sent out a total of $2,516, you guys. So that is because of you and your support. So I am so happy to do it, and I'm so grateful to you guys for purchasing the PDF downloads. I have a couple shops that just started, you know, like I just got those uploaded last Sunday, I think it was. So they obviously didn't get a check yet, but it's going very well. I'm paying them every month instead of like at the end of the year writing a check, because it would be too hard to go back and find them all. I just want to keep up with it every month. So also, you know, they've got monthly bills. It makes more sense to send them a monthly check, and hopefully that can help them out a little bit during this time. Again, though, it's you guys. So appreciate it. On that same note, well, and let me just say this, you know, I only did 15, and it was because of Design Mania in May. I designed a chart every day, one for my shop, the next day, or my shop, one for my business, the next day would be for an LNS, the next day would be for my business, the next day was an LNS. So I have a total of 15 shops, and I so wish I could do it for every single one of my brick and mortar shops. I can't. It took a lot of time for me to not only design them, but then to do the floss toss and upload it and everything. It's not to say that I might not eke out a few here and there, but I'm not going to be like, I'm doing this every other day. It's too much. Maybe I'll do one a week or something, because I still have, okay, I thought I only had 14. So I went ahead Monday, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I only have 14 out there. So I designed a really cute duck, or I guess you'd call it a goose. It's a white goose, and he's, with his little wings, he's holding 2 flower pots, and it's so stinking cute. And I designed it for one of the LNSs, and then I realized I had 15 designs. So that's one that I will definitely be drawing a name for, and I'll probably announce that during the week sometime this week. But and so, not that I'll be able to do it for every single brick and mortar, but I can add a few more in there. So what else do we have? Oh yeah, and then when you go to my Etsy shop, if you want to see all of them, all the ones that are the money that the profits are going to the shops, so go to my Etsy shop. Here's the address right here. It's it's etsy.com/shop/Teresa Kogut. And then at the left hand column, it has like all the lists, like unframed prints, original acrylic paintings, you know, everything's listed, cross stitch, all that. At the top of that, it says search. If you go in there and you type in hashtag we love our LNS, then you can see all 15 designs. And that just helps you so you don't have to scroll and search, because I have a lot of things on my Etsy shop. And also, if you stitch something from that and you post it on social media, if you could still use that hashtag we love our LNS, because that way I can see it. I would love to see all these stitched. Now, stitching with the Sisterlies, they're doing a sale. They're doing a stitch along with the United We Stand design. It's a design for one of the LNSs. I can't think offhand who it's for. I don't know. I'll put it right here if you want to look up right now. But the shop that was drawn out of the basket for United We Stand, they're gonna get a huge check. That particular design is blowing up. It's very timely, for one, but also it was mentioned, thank you very much to Pam and Steph, because Steph showed it on their last Flosstube, and also Stitching with the Sisterlies. Thank you so much, Colleen and Cheryl. They showed it as well, and they're also hosting a stitch along for it. So their hashtag for the stitch along is hashtag SWTS, which is Stitching with the Sisterlies, and then United. So it's hashtag, let me just put it right here. If you want to know, look up now. So thank you everybody for your support of that design, and it's just amazing. It's really fun. Okay, what else do we have going on, guys? There's so much to talk about. I'm going to be inserting a little video interview with our son Ryan. Ryan is going through a bunch of boxes that I have licensed products. So let me just explain. I license my artwork. I used to do that. Used to be my entire business was licensing. I didn't have, like, I had an Etsy shop, but I didn't do anything with it. It was before I was designing cross stitch, all of that. That was the bulk of my business. And so what licensing is a company will contact me and they want to feature my artwork on their products. So we sign a licensing agreement. They make I sign the contract with them. They make the product, they sell it, and they pay me a royalty on the sales of those products that feature my art. That's basically what licensing is. Well, I used to license a ton with Blossom Bucket, you know, making figurines, and I used to do quilting, fabric, and all kinds of stuff. Well, in the contract, I get samples of all the products that are made. So I have boxes and boxes of samples that we have stored for many years. So therefore, the things that he's putting online, most of it you cannot get anymore. Some of the later stuff, it's possible you could find it. Over the years, I mean, I've been licensing for 20 years. The majority of it, of my samples, went as gifts to friends and family, or I donated it to Holy Rosary for their auction dinner and for their Santa's workshop. So, I mean, I'm talking over 20 years. We're talking tens of thousands of products, and there's no way I stored all that. But I did keep some things back thinking I would want to keep them. And some boxes just kind of got, you know, shuffled around and lost. And so since we cleaned all that out over there, we found a lot of boxes of products. So Ryan said, well, can I sell that on your Etsy shop? Now, when he was younger, when he was in middle school, he was doing that a little bit. He was too young. He was too young to do it. He wanted the money, but he didn't really want to put the work in. Well, now that he's older, he's 22 years old, he moved back home to save money for a down payment for a house. So he asked for extra money if he could list those things on my Etsy shop. And then him and I, we were going to split the money, but I told him he could have 60% and I'll take 40 because he's doing the photography and the uploading and he packages everything up. And then I process the order after that, but he's doing all of that work. So we have a good thing going, and he's been uploading things, and things have been selling really well for him. So thank you all for your support. But I want to just mention though, these, once they're sold out, we can't get any more. These are products that are not being made anymore. So I take that back. It's possible, like some of the park things, some of the later rugs and chair pads, maybe you could find those out in the marketplace. But like the Blossom Bucket figurines and things, yeah, the angels and that kind of thing, you're not going to be able to find them. So I just wanted you to know how exclusive these things are. So if you see it and you think, oh, I'd like to have that, you better jump on it, because some things he only has one of, some things he might have 5 of. So you can look at the quantity and see how many things he has. So I appreciate you guys supporting him. I love having him here, but I know he wants, you know, his own place. So the more money he can make, the quicker he can go get a house. Can you imagine? I can't even imagine my son buying a house. It kind of freaks me out. He would be the first of our kids to purchase a house. It'd be amazing. Okay. What else? Oh my gosh, I'm super excited. In July, I'm going to be going, and hopefully Kevin is going with me. So far, it looks like he is going to be going with me We are going to Claire's Stitching Post in Vermilion, Ohio. I don't think I mentioned this. Maybe I did. If I did, I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself. I have to nail down a date with her though, because after I go see her, then Kevin and I are going to see my friend Renee that moved to West Virginia to take care of her parents. It was around Christmas time. So she's been gone a long time and I miss her so much. And I've been to West Virginia. I've been to her parents' house. It's beautiful. It's peaceful. And Kevin has not been there, so it'll be really nice for him to go too. But when we go to Claire's Stitching Post, I will be doing some recording and talking with her, and it's going to be a blast. So that's to come in July. You guys, I started this thing called CreateTube. I don't know if I ever mentioned it to y'all before or not, but it's basically Flosstube, but for makers and creators of art and different crafts. And I'm hoping it catches on because I love Flosstube so much. And I would love to see people making Flosstubes, CreateTube, videos showing their works in progress, you know, just like what we do, talk about their lives. I love getting to know all of you on Flosstube. I would also love to get to know artists and makers and see what they're working on, see their studio, you know, just like a insider's look into their creative life. And so so far it hasn't caught on. I don't know if it ever will, but I'm creating those anyways. I was going to do it every other week, but it's just too much. Oh, I can't keep up with everything. So it's probably going to be more like once a month or every 3 weeks that I will create one of those. Well, I'm doing one today because it's been, I think, 3 weeks to a month since I did one. And I'm going to be showing a huge stack of watercolor paintings that I did when I was into licensing. I can't even imagine. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of watercolor paintings that I created over the past 20 years for licensing. So I'm just slowly going through those and I'm going to show them on my CreateTube. Kind of like I'm doing here on Flosstube and showing all of my, you know, I'm taking a box of, you know, cross stitch and punch needle and showing you guys. I'm doing the same thing over at CreateTube except with my artwork. So I thought that would be fun. If you're interested in checking that out, here's the address right here. All right, guys. I think that's it. No, one more thing. Somebody asked me, I don't know, it might be in the questions and answers section, but they asked me if I was going to list the bundles that did not sell during the Instagram live that Kevin and I did. I don't know, when did we do that? May? I think we did it early May. Anyways, we had some bundles that did not sell. I'm going to list them on Etsy. They're not going to be at the ridiculously low price that they were for the Instagram live because the Instagram live was something special and people that attended that, I wanted to give them the best deal I could. These will be very discounted, but not quite as discounted as those were. So here's the bundles all are Halloween, I believe. So let me just show you real quick. In all of these, when I list it, if there's any of them that are different, I will list them separately. But, so there's Halloween. What is this one? Pumpkin and Crow. I love this guy, Sam Snowman. I actually kept one for myself because I sold my sample that I had punched of this, which I regret now. So I want to punch it again because I absolutely love him. He's holding sunflowers. He's got a little pumpkin bucket and it says Boo behind him. I think it's super cute. And then we have Boo Bear, and last but not least, All Hallows Eve. Okay, these are all retired patterns that you cannot get anymore. So once these bundles are gone, they're gone. Let me see if this is the same. Boom, boom. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 bundles of what I just showed you. And then in this bundle, the only thing that's different is we have this one. This is the one that's different. Happy Fall. It's super cute with the little pandas. I just love the little pandas. And then that's the same. That's, yeah, the rest of it's the same. So that's the only difference. Oh, come on, Teresa. Okay, moving right along. So look for those to be listed later this week. All right, we're on to questions and answers. Terry asks, do you know when the next punch needle patterns that go with Tilly and Wilbur will be available? They will be available, I feel like we already answered that, but anyways, they will be available hopefully in the fall. If not, it'll be at market, but I'm hoping to get 2 more done for the fall and then the last 2 at market. Barb asks, do you think you'll have a YouTube video on you learning how to cross stitch? As long as Donna will let me videotape us stitching at her house, I would totally love to do that. It would probably be pretty funny. She's very knowledgeable. She wants to teach me specialty stitches and all these different things, teach me about the different linens, and I think it would be very interesting. If she allows me to record it, I will. Okay, Lisa asks, where can I get big folk flower? Last week, one of the Design Mania images I showed, I'll try to insert a picture here, but that I haven't done the floss toss, I haven't sent it out to be stitched, so it'll probably be at market. I don't really know. That's the thing, guys, just keep in mind when I design something, I have to, amongst all the other things I do, I have to pull the linen, I have to make sure the floss is right, and then I gotta find a stitcher that wants to stitch it. I have to send it to them, they have to stitch it, they have to send it back to me. So it's quite a process, and I don't put pressure on my stitchers. I just tell them stitch it at your convenience and have fun with it, and when I get it back, I get it back. So I can't really say exactly when things are going to be released. Hannah asked, would you have a list of shops in Canada that carry your patterns? Because she went to my Etsy shop and she said she was flabbergasted at the shipping. Shipping anywhere is ridiculous, even inside the US, but shipping to Canada or anywhere else is so expensive. So here's a list. I gave her the list already, but Bugs Cross Stitch in Quesnel, British Columbia. It's Quesnel, British Columbia. Traditional Stitches in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Knowledge and Needles, Brighton, Ontario. So those 3 are current customers of mine, so check them out. Christine asks, will you be charting your new paintings for cross stitch? I'm guessing she's talking about these early American folk art, and if that is what you're asking, yes, I definitely plan to. Jocelyn, she said, when will we be able to have your angels on fabric for quilting? God bless you. I wish I had a licensee that did quilting fabric, although I don't really have time to design quilting fabric, so that's probably why I don't have one. I mean, that's not why I don't have one. I should say, I got to reword that. I don't have one because no one's approached me to license my work for quilting fabric. I haven't designed quilting fabric in many, many years. I got really frustrated with the whole thing because I went through my first company I designed for. We were together for at least 10 years. We did a ton of fabric together. And things went south with that whole thing. And it's a long story, I'll tell you some other time. But then I went to another company. I did not like that they were not coming. I was coming out with like 6 lines per year with my other fabric company. And this company was doing like 1 to 2 lines a year. So then I left them and I went somewhere else. Well, then that company kept changing my colors and were not true to my artwork. So I didn't like that. So I'm like, forget it. I'm not gonna push this thing anymore. So it's been probably 12 years, 10 years since I've designed quilting fabric. If somebody approached me, I would definitely consider it. I wouldn't want to do 6 lines a year anyways, because that was so much work. I painted my fool head off. But instead, what I might do, and I've thought about this a lot, is use, what is it called? I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. But there's a company out there that you can design fabric for, and then people just go to that site to purchase like a half yard or something. But it's expensive. It's really expensive because they're just doing one-offs. I mean, they're just printing a little bit at a time. They're not doing a huge run and sending it to quilt shops. It's all done online. So I can't think of the name of it. I'll put it down below if I can think of it. Cassie asked, she said, I love your new Biscornu. New. When and where will it be available? That's a good question. Again, I don't know. That is something Donna is going to stitch for me. I would like to kind of release it at market. I would like to save all the Biscornus, to be honest. This is probably what's going to happen. I'd like to introduce like maybe 3 Biscornus at market. But that just depends on if I can get 3 designed and if Donna can get 3 stitched. No pressure if you're watching this, Donna. No pressure at all. But Newcastle for sure will be at market. And then I would like to do a Biscornu for Land That I Love. And I mean, there's just a ton. It's fun to design them because I can just pull motifs from things I've already done to make them. And it's super like geometric. And it's just really fun. So hopefully it will be, well, definitely that one will be ready for market, and hopefully I'll have a few more. Jean asked, can your samplers be stitched on Ada? Are there many specialty stitches? Man, I meant to check on this and I forgot. My samplers can be stitched on Ada. Land That I Love, I don't think there are even any 3/4 stitches or quarter stitches in it. There's no specialty stitches in any of my samplers. I have, how many do I have now? 5 samplers now. No specialty stitches, but I know on Pet All the Dogs and Faith, Hope, Peace, and Love, those 2 have quite a bit of, I think they're called 3/4 stitches. Just because on the dogs, they were so tiny and they were too jaggedy, and so like, I think it's on the face, and you know, there's a couple 3/4 stitches on that. The hearts, I think, have 3/4 stitches on that one on Pet All the Dogs. And then on Faith, Hope, Peace, and Love, the little quilt blocks, those all have 3/4 stitches or quarter stitches. I don't know the difference, y'all, but anyways. Then on the other 2, Newcastle and Heaven and Nature, I don't think those have any 3/4 or quarter stitches. And you know, you don't have to do the 3/4 stitch or the quarter stitch. You can just do a full stitch. It'll just be a little bit different, but it doesn't mean you can't stitch the entire piece. So that's my answer to that. Whips. Okay, whips, I have no stitching whips. Obviously, because I don't cross stitch. I don't have any punch needle. I wanted to start a new punch needle this week, but preparing for the big release and the shipping, no, didn't have time. So this is my whip, this beaut. I love so much how this is turning out. I'm painting this on Witch of Painting Wednesday with my buddy Kristen, my soul sister. And I got quite a bit of shading and things done up on this part. I have a lot more to do down here, and then adding the words in there. I kind of was gonna see about doing a darker background, but I don't like that at all. So I'm gonna paint over that and just keep it the light background, because when I do the antiquing over top, it will dull this. It won't be quite so white. So anyway, I'm making really good progress on that, and I'm really excited about it. Oh, it's probably blurry because my face is in there. Okay. That's my whip. Well, I actually, oh, I wish I would have finished that. So for CW Live, I guess it's considered a whip because I haven't antiqued it. I have crackled it, so let me just get that and show you. I probably won't show this again next week, but it's shiny because I haven't put the matte varnish on it yet. But this is what we created in CW Live the past couple of weeks. And as you can see, my crackle turned out phenomenal. Maybe you can't see it because I haven't put the antiquing over top yet. Oh yeah, you can see the crackles. Look at how cool. And look at his little face. So as you know, this is Snickers and Pickle that I released punch needle pattern of. And here's the painting. I will probably be offering this original painting on my Etsy shop this week, as well as prints. But we added whiskers, which was perfect. One of the students in CW Live, she said, oh, I'm glad we're adding whiskers because my husband thought it was an owl. I'm like, I'm looking at it, maybe because of the big eyes. But anyway, I thought that was funny. Pretty funny. Silly guy. I don't know where to put this. Let's put it right there. Okay. All right, so finishes, no. FFOs, no. But previous FFO finishes. I have another box out here. This box is so full that I'm only going to do half this week and then I'll do the other half next week. So let me get that going. Some of y'all don't like the crinkle sound. I personally love it, but everything in storage is in bags, so you're going to have to just be patient. Now you're going to see some of these that you've seen before just because, oh, look at how they got. It's not so fluffy now that it was stored in that, but this one, I love this one. This is called Christmas Dance. Is it not adorable? I do not have that in cross stitch. Why? I don't know. Probably because I have so many other things going on in cross stitch, but, and it's on one of those paddles that I use the caramel colors on, but I think it's super duper cute. And here we have Santa's Garden. And that's just on one of those paddles, but I didn't use caramel colors. I just painted it black and sanded and stained it. And it looks super cool on there. I was hoping it was Frosty's Garden. Frosty's Garden. Okay, so Santa's Garden and Frosty's Garden will be cross stitch eventually. I don't know why I haven't. I should have charted those during Design Mania, but I just didn't think about it. But I love them. You know what else I didn't chart that I want to chart? Actually, I think I'll be showing you in a minute. So same thing. Use that board, and I just painted it black, sanded and stained it. So that was Frosty's Garden. This is Two Lamb's Tails. This is on a plaque I got at Joann Fabric. I guess you just call it Joann now, right? And I painted it black, sanded, stained it, and then I just mimicked these flowers and put them on the ends, and I think it turned out so cute that way. Now this, oh, punch needle. I'm telling y'all, I have so much punch needle. This whole thing might be punch needle, I don't know. I know you're all more cross-stitch people, but sorry. It is what it is. I'm just grabbing boxes and pulling things out, so there's really no rhyme or reason. This, I love this piece so much. It's called Hey Chickie. Isn't that a cute little name? It's like he's looking at her, hey Chickie. So this piece I bought at Joann, and it was actually like that, but I did grungy it up a little bit more by staining it because it was too white. And then I used this, like, what do you call that? Is that? It's like a ribbon. It's ribbon, but it's like burlap or twine ribbon. Anyways. And then I glued some rusty tin stars in the corners, and I love how it turned out. And it came with this twine for hanging it. Love, love, love. Oh, and this is the same board, except, oh, this one was plain. But this one I painted navy blue, and this one's called Love One Another. So I painted it, I think I just kind of dry brushed it when I put that on, and then did some sanding and staining. Love One Another, so cute. That one is, so Hey Chickie, those last two I just showed are not available in cross stitch. Next we have Chicken Run. So cute. Oh, that got broke. I'm gonna have to cut that off. Yeah, I can see it. It's in the bag. I wonder if I can just hide it. Put it behind. Anyways. This one's called Chicken Run. This is available in cross stitch as well. And this is, again, a plaque I got at Joann. Rusty Tin Star from Factory Craft Direct. I'm not sure how to say it. Direct Factory Craft. I can't say it. Never mind. Oh my lord. Yeah, see, these I'm storing these on the warehouse side of the studio, and it gets much colder there in the winter, and look at it's popping these cute little things. I'm gonna have to do something about that. Keep this one. Maybe I'll hang this in my studio, that way it'll be safe. So here's Fox and Friend. This was that a new release? I think last fall. And then I released the cross stitch of this at Market 2020. This piece, again, Joanne, painted it. It looks like burnt sienna, sanded it. And I think I added this. I don't think it came with the twine hanger. I think I added that on there. But I love this piece. I love it in the cross stitch as well. Next we have Farmhouse Star. I adore this finish. This frame, I'm gonna guess Hobby Lobby. Let me look. Yep, Hobby Lobby. This barnwood look, and then the corrugated sheet metal on it. Are you kidding me? Does that scream barn or what? Barnwood with that corrugated metal is super cool. So Farmhouse Star. I was really hoping that Park Designs would have made that into a rug and chair pads and stuff, but their salespeople say that stars are not as popular as they used to be. I don't know, not in my world anyways. I love stars. I will always decorate with stars and be excited when I find products with stars on them. That's just me. Okay, the next four I'm going to show you are the stinking most cute ornaments I've ever created, and I want to make these in cross stitch, and I neglected to do that during Design Mania, which was really stupid of me. But remember these guys? These came out last fall. I love them so much, and I know you cross stitchers would love to make these into cross stitch. So these are what they look like in punch needle. But yeah, there's 4 total. And then there's the other 2, Snowman and the House. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Focus, focus, focus. There we go. Aren't they sweet? And they'll be so cute too as cross stitch. So my promise to you all is that these will be available by Market, okay? Because they're small enough that I think whoever I send it to should be able to stitch all 4 of them, you know, by February at the latest. Say a little prayer. Okay, that's all I'm going to show you out of the box. That's all I'm going to show you out of the box this week, and I do believe, I really think the rest of the box is all punch needle as well, but it is what it is. A lot of my cross stitch is just not finished. I have a huge stack over there in my finishing area, so if I can fully finish those, I'll have more to show you. Okay, next we have haul, and what I have for haul this week I bought for the CW Live class, because instead of just painting, you know, canvases and whatnot to hang on your wall. I mean, we only have so much wall space, right? Isn't that like the biggest complaint for artists, for, you know, cross stitchers and people that do punch needle? I mean, like, what do you do with all this stuff when your walls get full? So I decided for CW Live, which the new session starts July 7th, on Tuesday, July 7th, I decided that we would make some projects that could sit on a shelf or on the floor. So this cute little trio of paper mache boxes, we're gonna paint them, and they're gonna be like early American folk art. We're gonna sand them and stain them, and they're gonna look super old. They're gonna look like they came from the 18th century. Okay, that's gonna be one of our projects. And then I love this box. So these products I got from Factory Craft Direct. Craft Factory Direct. I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't matter. if you search that, it will come up in Google, even if you put it in the wrong order. But I know the words are Factory Craft Direct. So this box, we are going to paint an angel on the front. We're going to paint the sides, the back, and then when we open it up, we're going to put some sort of scripture on this part. Anyways, we're going to paint the heck out of this thing, and it's going to be absolutely stunning, and I can't wait. So those are 2 projects that we're going to do in CW Live, which I will, you know, be sharing the finished thing with you here. But also, these are runner-ups. These are the runner-ups. I bought this box also. Came with those 2 things. Okay? But it's kind of small, so that's why I chose the bigger box. To paint an angel on something this small, I didn't want it to be too difficult for people. And then this little box, little keepsake box, I love how thin it is. I love that it slides open. It would be really cute to put some little mementos, like a special vacation or something. But I didn't like the way it closes, because you have to, when you open it and then you go to close it, it won't, there's a slot that lid's supposed to slide into, and it doesn't want to fit. So yeah, so not happy with that purchase. So that's my haul, y'all. Okay, so what's new in my Etsy shop? Well, I'm going to insert here a short little video clip of Ryan talking about some of the products that he is listing in my Etsy shop.
Hi Flosstube, my name's Ryan. I'm Teresa's son. I just moved in recently to save up some money. Selling some of her older stuff on Etsy. This is already up there, framed print. Beautiful angel. And I'm going to be putting some pins up. And this figurine is going to be going up soon.
We have a lot of Blossom
There's
Bucket
a lot of
figurines,
Blossom
yeah.
Bucket stuff.
Mostly Christmas, I think, too.
Yep. We got a small selection of Yankee Candle stuff, tart warmers, 3 of these, some candle accessories. There's like 10 or 11 of these up there still.
Oh, hold on, let me zoom in. Oh, is that the Harvest?
Angel.
Okay. Yeah, that's Blossom Bucket too. Cool. All right.
Got a couple of these left. Pillows.
Oh yeah, the pillow will be inside. Yeah.
Pillow will be inside. I'll be putting up these soon.
Oh, I love these.
Scrapbooking book for your pets.
Oh yeah, you gotta show them just real quick. Yeah, that little booklet I had to create, kind of showing how to use the scrapbook, and so it's all like our dogs, the dogs I've had through the years.
Some examples on
so yeah, those are really cute.
Yeah, check back often. There'll be a lot of stuff going up on there. I'm gonna try to get into it next week a little more. Get some more stuff on there. So. Yeah, check back.
Awesome. Thank you, hon.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Adorable. He's so cute. Okay, weekly whims. So I've been doing this thing every Sunday for a while now. We make paninis on Sundays. I make paninis on Sundays. I don't know if y'all have had a panini cooked the way I cook it. I've had paninis at restaurants like, oh, what is that one place I love to go? Oh, they make a lot of bread and, oh gosh, I can't think of it. I'll insert it here if I think of it. But anyway, I love going there, and I was so excited when I saw they had paninis on their menu. I was not impressed. To me, a panini should be squished, kind of thin, and it should be super crispy on the outside. The cheese should be oozing out of it. I make the best paninis. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just telling you what I do. Okay, I use rye bread. It's the beefsteak rye bread, so it's thin. I use, instead of butter, because if you want super crispy, even like for your grilled cheese, you need to use avocado oil, or basically use an oil instead of butter. It will make it super crispy. So I take a little brush and I coat the side, the back. I flip it over. I put okay. can't think of what it's called, guys. I keep wanting to say hummus. It's not hummus. It's basil, it's herbs in olive oil, kind of made into a paste. You spread it on your sandwich. I cannot think of the name of it. Oh, that sucks. But anyways, I put some of that on, and then I've been making them with boar's head, Havarti with dill cheese. I put a layer of that on. Then I slice up really thin some slices of red onion. I put that on, and then I put either roasted turkey or roasted chicken lunch meat, and I put a nice thick layer of that. And then I put more of that deliciousness that totally makes the panini taste the way it does. Why I can't think of it, I don't know. But anyway, I put that on again. I'll list it here. And then I coat the other slice of bread with avocado oil. And then I put it in the panini maker. And then I smash it down. And then I cook it until it's nice and crispy. But then I flip it, because when you smash it down, this side's thinner than the other. So then I turn it around and smash it so it's like that thick. And it's so crunchy on the outside and then cheesy, gooey on the inside. It's so good. Am I making you hungry yet? So delicious. So that's our Sunday treat. Another weekly whim is, oh my gosh, I love this. Simple Truth organic frozen quinoa. There's different flavors. There's a Mediterranean one. There is sweet potato with zucchini. There's a vegetable pilaf, which actually has rice mixed in with the quinoa. But if you're not a fan of quinoa, it's because you haven't cooked it right or something. I don't know why anybody wouldn't like it. It's very rice-like. It's a grain. It just tastes good. Anyways, we've been eating that with our meals, and it's delicious. Add some salt, pepper, and butter onto it. So good for a side dish. I get it at Kroger. I think Simple Truth, I don't know if that's exclusive to Kroger or not, but look at your grocery store if you don't go to Kroger. All right, another weekly whim is this. It's called Prisma, and it's an app for your phone. And you can make, it has all these filters, and it can make things look like cartoonish. And I think it would be really cool to like take a picture of one of my paintings and then use that app and then change the painting to look like that app. Does that make sense? Just because it does like some really interesting things to the photos, and I think it'd make cool paintings. Just something to think about. Whether I actually do that or not, I don't know. That's it for weekly whims. Okay, we're on to giveaway. So this is a really long video. I probably won't do the Chinese fortune teller because this video is going so long. But the giveaway, so last week you had to say stronger in your comment, and the prize was Snarky Cat Needle Minder. So I'm going to insert the YouTube random comment picker here. Okay, let's see who this week's winner is. If I can find my mouse. You had to say stronger in your comments. And this week's winner is Lana McQuaid. She said, love your samplers and especially your designs with blackbirds. In times like these, we can be stronger knowing God is our refuge and strength and ever-present help in trouble. Psalm 46:1. That was perfect. So thank you, Lana, for that beautiful scripture, and thank you everyone for participating. Congratulations, Lana. Congratulations, Lana, and thank you everybody for participating. And if you could please, Lana, email me right here, teresacolgate3@gmail.com. I will get that in the mail to you. And if you don't hear back from me within the week, email me again, because I get a ton of emails. I mean, seriously, guys. So much email, and a lot of it is just junk, and I unsubscribe, but they still keep sending me stuff, and that's really annoying. And I think it's unfair, because if you unsubscribe, you should be unsubscribed. Okay, this week the giveaway is going to be for the Newcastle Moth Needle Minder, which I already showed you. I was going to show you again, but it's lost on this mess of a table I have. So this week our angel is our Hallelujah Angel, isn't she adorable? That original painting sold and I just loved it. Okay, let music lift you up and fill your heart with joy. Amen. Oh my gosh, you know what? Last night I worked, oh God. Last night Kevin and I worked until like 10 o'clock. Seriously, it was insane. I didn't plan on doing that, but I'm so far behind. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 original paintings that sold last week, you guys. So thank you, Jesus. Thank you so much for you guys' support. It just blows me away. But I don't like to ship them over the weekend. I like to ship them out on a Monday or Tuesday so I know the person gets it during the week. I don't like it like sitting at the post office over the weekend. I don't know why that is. I just like my angels to be on the move. Just keep going. But I don't even know why I mentioned that. I gotta pack those up today. But I had so many orders and things this past week that I needed to get caught up on, and I had to write the directions for the 2 punch needle new releases that I hadn't done yet. So I stayed up late and did that. And why? Oh, what I was getting at is I had the music on so blaringly loud because Kevin's on the workshop side. He's packing orders. I'm over here and I'm, processing orders and filling things. Anyways, it was hilarious. And I'm telling you, you cannot be angry and be singing to music that you love. You just can't. It was such a fun night. It was one, because I normally during the day when I'm working, I don't have anything on because I just focus and I get it done. But I'm like, it's Friday night. We need some music. So we were jamming. Anyway, that was just kind of random. But this week, what I want you to say in your comment is music. And tell me what kind of music you like to listen to. I have on my Pandora, I have it, I don't even know how this happened. I have an idea of how it happened, but I love country music and I also love classic rock. So I created a Blake Shelton channel on my Pandora. Well, I think what happened is they played Simple Man. I think they played Simple Man one time because that's kind of Southern rock. Yeah, Southern rock, I guess I'd call that. And I hit the like button or the little thumbs up. I hit that. So then now it plays like 3 country songs and then it will play 3 classic rock and 3 country and 3 classic rock. And it's my favorite channel because it's a mix. And normally you don't get that. So anyways, again, another thing that was kind of random. So mention music in your comments if you want to get in on the Needle Minder giveaway. And that is, we're in the books. Number Flosstube 79 is in the books. We are done for the day. I will pick up with the classic. I will pick up with the Chinese fortune teller next week because this went really long and I still need to record my CreateTube. So don't forget, go over there and check out my other YouTube channel and you can learn a little bit more about my art side. So thank you everyone for being here. Thanks for your questions and your comments and your amazing support of our LNSs and of my work. I'm so truly blessed and grateful. I love all of you for it. And so please, if you haven't liked and subscribed and clicked the bell on my channel, I would appreciate it if you do that now. And don't forget guys, create every day. Bye now.